Have you ever traveled through time? We do it every day.
Asgardia is a country with a population of more than 1 million people from more than 200 countries on Earth. Asgardia gives everyone equal opportunities, no matter what their earthly status is.
It is possible to create and live in the future right now. Are you ready? Forward progress is the solution to the entire human race. Our mission is to bridge new horizons. In Asgardia, there is no limit to the universal development in the fields of technology, finance, and arts. Asgardia is a new space and digital economy which creates opportunities for the global economy. We deliver innovations. Do you want to get on board with us? We are developing various kinds of digital businesses, attracting them to the Asgardia platform that can be backed by the means of our umbrella, i.e. franchising of the Asgardia brand. We can not only attract investments into space programs from prominent institutional investors, but also affordable amounts from the citizens of Asgardia. We comprise of more than 1 million people.
Asgardia is a chance to realize one's dream. This is a dream-driven space nation. Asgardia is a chance to belong to a community of free-thinking enthusiasts, goal-driven dreamers, and fearless innovators, theorists, and scientists.
We are the first space nation. One humanity, one unity.
Asgardia.
We are creating
the future.
Hello, everyone. You're quiet. Maybe it's my headset. Sorry, you got a bit stuck there. Good headset, though.
We can hear you.
Right. Okay. Welcome, everybody. We're live. Thank you very much for joining us. Lots of very exciting things to talk about, but as always, we don't get rewarded for length of time. We get rewarded for results. I got 5 things to say, and then we're going to Peter Morn, Deputy Chair. Just for those who haven't been here before, I'm the Chair of Parliament of Asgardia, the world's first space nation. What that means is that we are dedicated to having the first person born in space under ethical conditions and safe conditions, of course, as well, and the first permanent human space habitation, not like the International Space Station, but a habitation which genuinely is a place where people can be born, live, work, die, and have families. That's Dr. Asher Bailey, the founder of Asgardia's ambition, and that's what we're working towards. Now on to my 5 points. The first one is, thanks everybody for helping me get everything together for the everyone, particularly John Fine, for helping to get everything ready for the digital sitting, which is coming up at the end of the month. That's really helpful. There's not much more to say about that. There may be some small amendments to it, and you'll understand why in a moment. Secondly, we have got an Asgardia Legislative Forum coming up, and that's going to be on, I don't know why I keep forgetting the date. By the way, I'm not ill, I'm just outside, and somebody's mowing the lawn next door. I haven't got hay fever. It's just something coming through the air. Saturday is 17th of May, 17 May. That's when we're having the Asgardia Legislative Forum, and that will be in advance of our digital sitting, which is on the 23rd, 24th, 25th of May. Thirdly, the Deputy Chair has some very interesting things to share, which I'll share. I'll wait for him to share, but it's about the fourth thing, second last thing, which is about finding territory for Asgardia, finding a place that we can call our home, because that's really important for us in terms of recognizing where we stand in the eyes of the United Nations. I'm very excited with this prospect. And after Peter's spoken, I'm going to come back to this matter. The fifth and the final thing, the most important thing, on Tuesday, the 6th of May, I have a meeting with the head of nation, Dr. Igor Asher-Bailey, and I'm flying to see him, and that's very important. It's a great honor to always have this time with him. And thank you for those of you who have sent me suggestions and comments you'd like me to raise with him. I will do so. We have the whole day with him, a very valuable time for me. So I'm traveling there and I will meet with him. And after that, I will be able to report back. I will be actually in transit, I think, at the time of the next meeting of this group. So we might change the date to the day before. Very unusual for me to do that, but we might change it to the Wednesday. I'm not sure yet, but it's just a possibility because I would like to report back to you after my meeting with the head of nation. Please let's leave that open for now, but please, those of you who are regular attenders, recognize it could be the same time, but one day earlier, which will be 7 May instead of 8 May. Those are the exciting things I have to say. The most important thing is the meeting with the head of nation next week and progressing towards getting our recognition with the United Nations. Peter.
Thank you, Lambert. Yeah, at the meeting of the weekly meeting of the chairs of committees, quite often the subject will be introduced, which suddenly takes off and fills everyone with excitement. And that's exactly what happened tonight, because we started to talk about having a base, a physical land base here on Earth. Lambert and I have talked about this actually for a few years, but it's something which now appears it may be endorsed by a head of nation, in which case we'll be looking very excitedly at what we can do. We did have a couple of humorous moments when we were deciding if we had a land base that was ours, who would be the first resident to share the official Asgardian residence on that land with Lambert. Funny enough, there were no volunteers, but I'm sure that we could encourage them. But it's so exciting. The prospect of having our own land base, producing, if we want, our own stamps, all sorts of things that would have lovely spin-offs, but also lift the reputation of Asgardia in the world, in the terrestrial world. It's so exciting. We have to take it steadily because it's so exciting and so important that we can't afford to rush it and to risk it, but we want to get moving with it. And Lambert's going to, after he's spoken to Dr. Asher-Bailey at his meeting with him shortly, he's going to be putting together some rough ideas of how we could go about this, assuming that Dr. Asher-Bailey endorses it. And I've pledged myself to support Lambert. Not that I don't always support him, but to support him in that prospect and in those proposals and in those plans. And because I'm a lawyer, I can hopefully bring a few legal elements in which are important in view of what it is we're trying to establish. So great excitement. We had a fair number of chairmen there tonight, and everybody that was there was supportive of what we're talking about. And it's not just being supportive, fellow Asgardians, it's about being excited, and it's about inspiring that excitement across the whole world and beyond. I think we can do that. Lambert thinks we can do that. I think that Dr. Asher-Bailey will want to do that too. So we've got to go there. We've got to make this happen, because I don't just want nice meetings every so often with fellow Asgardians with the same aspirations. I want this to be a dominant element in the world of which we are only part. And that's what we can do, starting with this land base. So watch this space, watch our chairman, watch what I do, but I don't do half as much as he does. And let's see if we can inspire the rest of the world. I think that's about it, Lambert, but good luck when you meet the head of nation.
Thank you, Peter. We'll be talking before then again, and it is very exciting. Now, the offer I made to the chairs of committees and also to you is please send your comments and requests to me on anything you want me to raise with the head of nation, and I commit to raising all of those points with him. He's always very interested to know what Parliament thinks. He's a true Democrat, and I need those. I need that feedback by 1800 UTC tomorrow, the Friday. So you've got. I'll actually make it 1910 UTC tomorrow. So you've got 24 hours, and I'll close it after that. The reason is I need to make sure I understand it. I can call you back if I don't understand it. I have quite a lot to cover with him already, but you've got 24 hours from now. Let's make it simple. 1800 UTC. 1800 UTC, that's 24 hours. So that's what I'd like to ask you to do. You don't have to make any contribution, but if you want me to raise it, you need to have it in 24 hours from now. Right. Anybody have anything to ask? Next week's going to be a very exciting meeting. Okay. We covered quite a lot of it, by the way, with the chairs of the committees already. So I'm pleased that you're here, and I'm excited that you're thinking about it. Sarah's come onto the picture. You're not driving for some reason. This is interesting. Normally you're driving at this time of day. Okay. Now, there are some specific projects, just so that you know, from the chairs meeting, one involving Ferda, John, Ricky. There's some other things as well. So I've got those to put forward, and I will do. But the big prize is to find a place to see if Dr. Asher Bailey is willing to find a place that we can call our territorial home. If we were already in space on the moon, then that would be our territory. And that would create a whole set of interesting challenges of its own. But if we start on Earth, now I don't know for sure that Dr. Asher Bailey wants to proceed in this way, but if we start on Earth, then once we're a recognized UN nation, then if we go to another object, even if it's an asteroid, then that will be space territory, and possibly the first space territory that a nation can unequivocally call, without any dispute call or argument, call its own. Ariadne.
All right, thank you very much. Well, I sent to you 2 letters with different topics. All right, thank you very much. The other thing is, well, in the Slack Parliament, we are discuss many topics, and I wanted to know if you can enter there and read it and comment sometimes, because we need you there, because you are the chairman of Parliament. And well, that's all. It's a request, if possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And incidentally, yes, you're right. Okay. I'll ask Aliona to make me look at Slack. I haven't been doing that. It's just a lack of habit. I don't have the habit, but you're quite right to do that. Secondly, incidentally, you're quite right. In your notes, you reminded us that we need to find a new chair of youth and education. You're quite right. And I'm quite excited to find that person. To get nominations. The nominations will close during the next digital sitting, so we have some time. But I really want to get a great chair who can carry on the superb work of Corner, Olivia, who has created basically 4 pieces of legislation that need to be pushed through Parliament. Aliona and Linda, if you can make a note, I need to check Slack. I'm not doing that, and you're quite right, Ariadne. That's a very valid point. Sarah.
You'd think I'd never unmuted before. So for our legislation that is in like second or third readings, do you need summary of that legislation for your meeting, or do you already have that?
We've got everything we need. Everything's ready. Everything's translated. It's all done. So you don't have to do anything about that. Though I may have to contact you while I'm at the meeting. You might get a call from me. If it's on Tuesday, whatever you're doing, take it. Because I'll be with the head of nation and they'll be asking me a question I can't answer.
Will do. Thank you.
It's very important. Other points? In a sec, I'm just checking. Oh, yeah, please, could you also share, Rebecca's made a very good point. Could you please share the Asgardia promotion posts this month? Not many people did it last time. They're ready. All you have to do is put them on your social networks, your media. Collectively, we probably reach out to hundreds of thousands of people. Just all you have to do is just put it into the system, your system, just share them. If you don't know where to find them, then just ask. Can I just ask, Rebecca to put into the chat so that you've got it, how to access those promotional notes? I know this is a really simple question with a simple answer, but if you do that, that'd be really helpful. Just so what is it that we need to do in order to access those links? So just put that into the chat, please. Thank you. Anybody else? Right, I'm going to go into any other business, but raise your hand if you want to say something. If you want me to raise something with Dr. Ashebeli, and I will raise all the points that are made to me, then please get it to me by 1800 UTC tomorrow, Friday. Secondly, it's going to be a very exciting meeting because we really are on the way. And I'll just go, as well as Ariadne's comments and John's, I'll go through everything that I've got from everybody. It really, really matters for me to do a good job of representing you there. Second last point, I really want us to find a way to get Asgardia recognized by the United Nations. And finally, that means finding a way to get Asgardia possibly some territory on planet Earth. Any ideas you got with that, please share them with me by 1800 tomorrow. After that, I've got to get ready and I'll be traveling on Sunday. And thank you for that. Okay, that's all I had. The next meeting will be probably on Wednesday, but I have to make sure. It might be that Peter needs to chair the session. If I'm still with the head of nation on Wednesday, I won't be able to do it. But then Peter will need to chair both sessions, the chairs meeting and also this meeting, because I'll be 12,000 meters above sea level this time next week, returning from the meeting. But we'll try and bring it one day forward. I recognize that's slightly disruptive, but I really want to report back to you as soon as I can. So that's great. Thank you, everybody, and also the post stories and reels that can be shared. Asgardia Space Nation. You can see there is some information now in the chat. Good. So that's very, very helpful. Thank you. Right. Last word to Ariadne.
Thank you very much. Well, it's possible to send comments to our head of the nation through your presence there. I wanted to know if we need to put in the subject of the mail specific words. Please tell us. Thank you.
Yes, just put HON, 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 HON. If you just put that, just HON, that would be fantastic. Just put HON. You could put Dr. Ashebeli, but just put HON. And you're welcome, Rebecca. Rebecca's thanking me, but actually we need to thank her. She does so much. So HON, HON, in capitals or lowercase, doesn't matter. HON. And then I'll know it's you. And I know this is for the meeting. I'm always very excited when I'm going to meet the head of nation. It's so important. And this time, we're going to make a breakthrough in terms of a game plan to get recognized by the United Nations. probably the two things I'm most excited by is making sure that the legislative agenda is agreed by him for the next digital sitting, but for the rest of the year. And secondly, the game plan to get recognised by the UN. And if we do that, we won't have to worry about residents or followers, because people will join the world's newest nation and visit it too, because they'll have a physical presence on Earth. So let's see what he says. I can't be sure. He might not want to have physical territory. That's been something we've discussed before. But on the other hand, this could be the game changer. We'll see. We'll find out. Anybody else? John?
Well, I think you're right. This would be a game changer, but as far as space, once we do become a member of the United Nations, current space law says that you can't claim any property in space. No celestial property. Of course, you can claim a space station or something like that, but like any kind of celestial object in space that's natural, a moon or asteroid or anything like that, can't be claimed according to current space law. But they expect that to change once man starts to expand beyond Earth, which looks like that's going to be something that is going to be a thing in the future. And so, because just what was you saying, if we claim some territory in space, that's going to put us in a whole nother light. And you're right. If we did that, we would probably get right now. If we did it, we would get in trouble, or we'd be scrutinized for it. But just like anybody else, it's like they currently get scrutinized for even just planting a flag. But I think this is the right direction. Get a territory here on Earth, and then, of course, my thoughts would be get a territory in space, but let it be a space station, some kind of man-made territory, and then move on beyond Earth and our solar system or whatever, and go from there. So I'm excited to see us moving forward with this initiative, and I hope the HON supports it. So I thank you, Lambert. You have all my blessings and excitement for you to go forward, and let's do this thing. But
I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. This is fantastic, basically. I totally agree with you, Ricky. I'm grateful as well, Ricky.
Yeah. As far as territory in space, once companies get out there and start mining and making claims on asteroids and such, that law is basically going to change. And with the different countries that have come up with their own interpretations for private business in space, as far as mining and extracting resources and a lot, it's already gone past what the UN has. So, it's going to be a gray area for a long time. If we do anything in space other than possibly turning a solid asteroid, not one of the pebbly ones, but a good solid asteroid into a station, that's going to change everything as far as how celestial body claims are. I can see them keeping it to where you can't claim a planet or maybe certain moons or something like that around the planet. And as far as, you might be able to claim so many square miles of like the moon or Mars, something like that. And that would probably be accepted and legal because of building settlements and such. So like I said, that's going to be a gray area for a while, but at the same time, it's going to force a change down the line, pretty much. So, yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you. That's a very positive comment, Ricky. Basically, because you live in a very positive place, even though it's the middle of the night where you are. Let me ask this one question. I've already done AOB, so any other business. So I'll just ask this in a general way. Does anybody here, is anyone here willing to volunteer to live on a piece of land or an island for 3 months? Because we need to have permanent residents there. I'm not asking the any of you to spend your whole life there, but for 3 months, would you be willing to live on this island if you find one? Sarah? Hello?
I'm sorry, I cannot unmute today.
Yeah.
Yes, I would be happy to volunteer.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you. That's great. Anybody else? Thank you. I'll be down for 3 months, you and your family, your lovely family. I'll look after your place in Dallas while you're there, by the way. As long as there's not a hailstorm that I have to fix. John?
Yeah, I'd be happy to volunteer after I retire.
When is that?
It's probably around 2029, or yeah, 2029.
Oh, there'll be thousands on it already. Rebecca is also willing to volunteer. She sent me a message, which is fantastic. Let me just make a note of this because I'm going to tell the head of nation. I'm literally going to tell the head of nation the people who have volunteered. Hang on. So I got me, Sarah, John. Ricky will look into it. Anybody else? Ariadne?
My wife has a degree. My wife has a degree in hospitality.
Well, that's fantastic. This could be your future. Anybody else?
Well, I'm retired. I can't. I want to be a volunteer too.
Will you?
Yes.
Are you willing to spend 3 months there?
Yes.
Brilliant. Thank you. I mean, you can spend longer, as long as it's at least 3 months. That's great.
Only 3 months. All right. That's good for me.
No, it can be
Yes.
longer, at least 3 months. That's the point. So you've got 1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4,
That's
5,
okay.
6 volunteers. That gives us 18 months. We can start from there. That's great.
Now,
Yeah.
what territory did you say you were going to get I think you called it the gulag?
The what? I can tell you, I had lived in similar accommodation and it's very agreeable. And the weather will be good. This will not be at the north of the South Pole, I can promise you. Baffin Island, maybe. Or Greenland. No, it won't be. That's very, very good. Thank you. Right, we've got 6 names. Anybody else want to volunteer now? Because I will share those names with the head of nation on Tuesday. Good. Thank you. We've made huge progress. And actually, that last thing is more important than any AOB, than any other business, but we got there. I really want to thank you all. This has been tremendous. Very encouraging meeting. So next time you'll hear from me, I will have met the head of nation. I may call you individually to talk about it. I really appreciate the volunteers. And this is the year we're going to put Asgardia on the map, literally. Until next time then, And one other thing before we do that, please use what Rebecca has put out. If you can't find it, then tell me, because she's doing all the hard work. It'll take you 2 minutes, less actually, 1 minute, just to get this out there. hopefully next week we'll have a great series of photographs. The Prime Minister will also be meeting the head of nation. So it'll be me, the Chair of Parliament, Lena de Winner, the head of the Prime Minister, and Dr. Igor Ashbeli, the head of nation. All of us will be there together. And it's so exciting because you just feel it. But we've now got Asgardia on the moon, thanks to Cheryl Gallagher, the Minister for Culture. And we're going to have Asgardia's DNA on the moon. And we're going to have hopefully, our footprint on the Earth too. And we will come in peace for all mankind on Earth and in space. And just imagine if, I like your visual there, John, just imagine if this time next year we say Asgardia is a recognized nation by the United Nations, and there's somewhere for us to go. Okay, thank you. Let's stop there. Thank you for your good wishes, and we're going to have a great week next week. And I'll update you on when we're going to have the meeting once I know. You won't know. Unfortunately, I'll have to leave it till Tuesday, Monday, maybe Tuesday. But at the moment, we'll leave it as it is, and Peter will have to manage the meeting because I'll be traveling back. But I'll try and do it on Wednesday instead, so that you get the information as soon as I can give it to you. It's a little bit difficult. Wednesday, Thursday, or possibly Friday. That might be the possibility as well. Okay, thank you, everyone. Yeah, so Peter, I'll deal with that separately. Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, it'll be. I'll be back in the UK on Friday, of course, so I can do it then as well, but it's a funny day to do it. Okay, aho, have a great evening, and here we go. Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
Good night.
Oh,
Good night.
Asgardians.
You got